Welcome to another episode of Youths of West Africa. We're in Lagos, Nigeria today, and our entrepreneur is Mr. Olalekan Sepasi, a sustainable agripreneur. We're going to his backyard farm. He also has an agri club, and he also works on a cattle ranch. So right now, let's go to the backyard farm and speak to him. So meet Mr. Sepasi Olalekan. Don't be taken in by his slim look and all of that. He's making waves in the international media. Sepasi is currently an ambassador for Yali West Africa, and then he's also a recipient of the Eco Hero Awards from South Korea. Yeah, and he's also a member of Global Shapers World Economic Forum. And recently, he's a recipient of Go Green in the City Award from Sweden. Yeah, he's making waves in the international media. And then he just started, I don't know, really small. We need to hear from him. But right now, let's, see his poultry farm and see what it's about. Hey, so at the farm now. I don't know if you can see, but I'm actually a bit scared. I've never been around so much chicken at once. Yeah, and they're pecking on my shoe. Okay. So, Sepasi, are you sure this is a backyard farm? It seems like there are so many birds.
Of course, we have about just 500 here, but it's actually a backyard farm.
Oh, okay. So tell me a little bit about this, how you got started and all.
Yeah, I started my backyard farm in the year 2011 due to my failure when I was in the university. My first, second, and third year, I failed throughout university, and my fourth year, we moved to the department whereby we were exposed to practicals, and I started doing wonders on practical on the field. So, that was when I saw that my success lies in my hands, working my fingers to the bone. After which, after my university years, I came back home. I decided to just go into what I know how to do best, to go into the farming proper. And since then, I've never regretted. Though I lost, but now I'm enjoying and smiling.
So if someone asks what inspired you, say your failure inspired you.
My failure inspired me to start this backyard farm.
That's a funny word. Yeah, so how has it been? How has the journey been for you?
Yeah, the journey, it has been very rough, but I thank God now I'm really reaping the fruits of hard work. Now, I started with a very little amount of bird. During my first production, I lost 45% of my broilers. I started in an incomplete building. So I lost about 45%. I mean, that was enough to discourage me, but I refused to be discouraged. So after the sale of the first set of birds, losing about 45% of my production, I recovered all my cost of production and I made a little profit.
Irrespective of the loss?
Yeah, irrespective of the loss, 45%. And that alone challenged me that if I could lose this much and I got this amount of output, that means it is a laudable business for me to continue. So I decided to push ahead. After which, during my service here, I was shortlisted among the WAP, War Against Poverty by MDG's Millennium Development Goals. In the year 2013, we went to Abuja for a training, Kuba, Abuja. When we got there, I was very outstanding and exceptional because I was a practicing farmer and still a practicing farmer. And after the old program, we were empowered by the federal government of Nigeria. So I came back, and after my service here, I decided that I will remain on agriculture, and that has actually helped me today.
Wow. When you say empowered, like financial empowerment?
Yes, financial empowerment.
Oh, yeah. That's really nice. That's really nice. Aside the poultry farm, is there another thing you're involved with? Yeah. What has gotten you the numerous international recognitions you've gotten?
Yeah, really, I got recognition, and I'm still getting recognition for my work on agriculture in conjunction with climate change. And I was able to do this because of the experience I had on my way to Addis Ababa sometimes 2 years ago. As we're about to land over, the airliners, Ethiopian airliners, they were actually appreciating their customers for using their facility. And they said, on behalf of each passenger on board, we are planting a tree. you know, that struck my mind. On our way back, we got to Muritala Mohammed. Oh, sorry. we got to Muritala Mohammed International Airport, and they just told us, oh, thank you for using Ethiopian airline without a promise of planting a tree. So as an agriculturist and an active citizen, I decided to, you know, take this upon myself. I have agricultural background, and these two go hand in hand. So I decided to push in for climate change, and I've been combining it with animal production. It has been working excellently well. I use local content initiative to combat climate change and produce food systematically, which you will see at the other end of the farm.
Okay, so you know, you said you're into sustainable agriculture.
Yeah, sustainable best practice.
So tell me the sustainable practices that you are going on right now in your farm.
Very good. Now, agriculture in its real sense is actually tedious.
Okay.
We cannot shy away from the fact that agriculture is tedious. But until you understand the concept of sustainability and agricultural best practices, then we will continue to complain that agriculture is tedious. For example, on this farm, all we have wood shavings.
Okay, this sawdust.
See, this is not sawdust. This is called wood shaving.
Okay, wood shavings. Okay.
Yeah, these wood shavings. Now, wood shavings could be getting anywhere, free of cost. You get, and I don't need money to put this in place.
So what does it do? Why use wood shavings?
Very good. Now, to insulate the beds, we have to have our wood shavings.
Against cold.
Against cold, and also the fecal matter, it will go in the wood shaving, we absorb it.
Okay.
So now it is best practice because after spending about 2 to a month here, we use it in fertilizing our vegetable farm.
Yeah. So it's organic fertilizer?
It is organic fertilizer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And another thing you need to take note of here is our nest box. Here,
okay,
we just have it laid here, very locally. The birds, you will never see them laying on the bare floor. They will go into the nest to lay.
Wow.
And without breaking their
How do they know that they have to go into the nest?
Yeah, you know, animals are very reasonable people. Yeah.
Animals are reasonable
are reasonable people.
Animals people.
They are very reasonable. You know, when you give them the best environment and a sustainability measure, they will go into lay. Now, in this particular system, it is called deep litter system. We don't use cage because when you use cage, you are violating animal rights. So that is what we are actually considering here also. Now, you make the animals be at a particular spot for years. It is not proper. So in this particular system, they have the ability to move from one end to another to exercise themselves and actually take their living fine before we enjoy them.
Wow, this is really nice.
Thank you.
I'm gradually getting over my fear of the you know.
Yeah.
Feeling more at home.
Yeah, you need to feel at home.
Okay, so tell me about the other practices, you know, the other innovative things that got you the awards.
Yeah, sometimes around last year, I'm currently a volunteer with Voluntary Services Overseas as a national graduate volunteer. And during one of our spaces meeting at a particular rural community here in Ikorodu, I noticed that vehicle tires, damaged vehicle tires, and spoiled vehicle tires, they are not properly managed or recycled in Nigeria. For example, our papers are recycled well, our bottles are recycled very well, but the vehicle tires are causing a lot of menace and havoc in our system, contributing hugely to ozone layer depletion. Now, I noticed this, and it is actually a challenge to me because the day I got to that community, I saw tires in the drains causing flood. You get, blocking the drains and causing flood, destroying the roads and stuff like that. So as a global citizen, I told myself, what can we do to ameliorate this? So I decided to innovate what we call the mobile kitchen garden, whereby we use this tire and systematically we use the tire to produce vegetables.
How do you mean use the tires?
Yeah, probably I'll be able to show you the practical and you have the picture.
Okay, do you mean use the tires as flower pots?
No, not as flower pot, but as vegetable pots. But it is mobile. You can lift it, when the sun is much, you can lift it to probably under a tree or something. And when you need some sun, you can take it out. You can even put it in your kitchen. We call it mobile kitchen garden.
Yeah, that's a nice one. So how has this poultry farm and your other agricultural businesses been for you? Has it been profitable?
To be candid, I am a testimony of what agriculture can do in one's life. And I believe that the salvation of Africa remains in agriculture. Until we get agriculture right, then we'll be battling with the issue of development in Africa. For example, I started this poultry 2011, and during my master's degree at the University of Ibadan, I sustained myself with this poultry. Without a help from my father, I sustained myself with this poultry. So that shows you that how lucrative this business is. Then I was having 250 birds, but now I've doubled my production because I want to go for an higher degree. Yeah.
So what resources would you need to change this from a backyard farm into a big scale farm, poultry farm?
Yeah, in order to change from a backyard farm to a big scale farm, it actually requires a lot of input.
Okay.
And this range from being in the farm settlement, which is the best for any poultry farmer, that is, I will be in accordance with the law of the country. And also, for you to be successful in animal production, you must have a way of not being a consumer, but a producer. You know, in the sense that you have to produce your feed yourself. And for you to produce your feed yourself, it requires a lot of input. You need a grinder, you need a hammer and stuff like that. You know, you need electricity to do all that. And we are talking about 2,000 to 5,000 beds. So this is the area we actually need. You know, moving into a farm settlement, getting the poultry, the feed mill set up is actually what we need now.
Wow. So right now, aside from just having the beds, you actually produce your feed yourself?
No, now we have what we call the using herbal methionine. Now, for example, in our feed, in conventional feed, we have herbal, we have synthetic feed in our conventional feed. That is, after consuming our animals, you have the residue of the synthetic acid in your system. But now we use herbal methionine.
Okay.
We use herbal methionine.
I don't know what that is, boss. Hey. Okay.
All right. Now, herbal methionine is an essential amino acid required by man, but we don't have it. It is deficient in man, so we need to get it from our animals. For us to get it, we need to feed them with the methionine. So it is mixed with their food. Now, we use synthetic commercially, but I discovered that we are rich in Africa, that we can get this methionine from plants and herbs we have in Africa. So we extract this methionine, we mix it with our feed and feed them to our animals.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really great. You're doing a lot of great stuff. What advice would you have to give for any young person that wants to go into agriculture, be it poultry or any other kind of agriculture?
Now, for any youth to go into agriculture, I want to say that agriculture is very tedious, and you must hold the bull by the horn, because agriculture is extremely productive. I mean, if you face it all, you will get a lot out of it. You can achieve your dream being an agripreneur from this particular field. You know, you are open to a lot of opportunity. This particular farm, being a backyard farm, it has taken me to about 8 countries in West Africa, in the world, 8 countries of the world. You know, this shows that your innovation on what you are doing matters a lot. So it is not enough for the youth of our country, the giant of Africa, to complain about the government. No, it is not enough. Start something. Let what you are starting, what you are doing, speak for you. So assuming I did not start then, that means the opportunity I had on Yali, on Ampion, with Go Green in the city, with Global Shapers, wouldn't have come to be. You know, you have to get yourself involved in something. And I want to tell you that if you remain in agriculture and be faithful to agriculture, you will get a lot of benefit out of it.
Wow, thank you so much. I think your chicken, they're all attracted to me because they keep taking out my shoe.
Oh, sorry about that. It's fine.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's move over to your agric lab and see what's in stock there.
All right. Sorry, before you leave, I'd like you to feed the birds. Yeah, this is what I call Agri Lab.
Okay.
Yeah, the Agri Lab is meant for children teen and youth to come for training during summer on agricultural best.
During summer, there's always summer in Nigeria.
Yeah, I mean during their hours, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let them just come here to learn best practices in agriculture and also innovation, bringing up their own innovation. It's not necessarily agriculture, you know, to combat climate change and stuff
so
like that.
So this is kind of like a sustainable center?
Yeah, it's a sustainable center.
You teach them sustainable practices.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And they can actually come with their own ideas also. We help them, we guide them through their ideas.
When do you intend to complete this?
As soon as we get the resources, we get it completed and start running.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice.
So
you heard from Mr. Sepasi. That was Mr. Sepasi Olalekan of Africa Integrated Farms. He owns a backyard poultry farm. He's also building a sustainable center right here, and he's involved in a cattle ranch in Ibadan. What I love about his story is the fact that he started from nothing. In his words, he was inspired by his failure. Okay, he discovered his passion for agriculture when he failed in the theoretical part but excelled in the practicals. So hey, what's your inspiration? Go get them. Start your farm, start whatever you want to do, go into agriculture, start your business, whatever you're doing, let's make Africa great together. Peace, youth of West Africa, high five.